I know your name is Jared. You represent 1,000 Arts.
100,000.
100,000 Arts
It's
production.
all right. It happens.
But yeah, first of all, where did the name come from? 100,000 Arts.
The name 100,000 Arts came from back in the day a little bit when people first start saying like, oh, 100, like that's 100, you know, like something's real or that's a symbol, you know, something elite. I used to kind of see things like post on Facebook that I resonated with, and if it was something like I thought was really true and I liked it and inspired by it, I would comment like the 100 emoji, but put like comma 000 100,000.
That's crazy.
Like it's
more.
way more.
Yeah.
Like that's they need to pay attention to this. And somewhere along the line, when it was time to create the name for the brand, former partner of mine, Cody Berry, and we over the phone with each other. I was in Texas at the time. He was in Daytona, and we were thinking of names, and I knew 100,000, but I didn't know if to call it films or video and I just thought to take it a step further in case we didn't want to just stay in that lane. So we came up with arts, and that just made more sense because, you know, there's many different art forms. And I think that's more relatively what I do is more of art than just video or videography, if you will.
That is a really cool concept. I remember, really cool story, first of all, because I remember like looking at your website and then it said a story of how, not everything started, but how like the idea 100,000 Arts started. Yeah. Really cool. But whenever you say art, I remember someone told me one day that, do you see sports as an art? And if you do, why? Like what separates, I guess, something that's like made and then something that's made, you know?
Right.
Like what does separate art and then not art?
I got you. So someone like me, that's like saying, do you see beauty in this? Do you see beauty in that? Like I see beauty in almost anything, you know? Like even when it come down to women, like there might be a girl that you might look at her and say she's not attractive, but I'll find something that is beautiful about her. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to art, it's the same thing for me. Like if we're saying, oh, you painted this picture, that's some great art. But this basketball player, you look at how he moves, you look at his bag, his dribbles, you don't think that's art. I see art in that. There's an art to it. His shot, there's an art to it. So there ain't no difference. It's just one has been labeled, I would say, traditionally as art because we think of an artist. But there's an artist on that field. There's an artist on the court. There's an artist. There's a model she got an art to her walk. Like it's an art to everything, man.
That is a very good point. Like someone put a label like soccer or boxing or whatever, and then that's what it made it into a sport before it was an art.
It's an art. Like
basically,
Kung Fu, for example.
Yeah,
like,
it's a mixed martial arts.
See, I wasn't even going that far, but exactly. So yeah.
Really cool. So where are you from? You say you everything started when you were in Texas.
Right. No, not necessarily. Born? So I was born in Frankfurt, Germany on a military base. Actually, I only stayed there for like 1 year. My mom moved around a lot. Cool. Yep. And so we ended up back in the States, moved around a bit, South Carolina, Georgia, I think I was a kid. And then Deltona and then Daytona. When I landed in Daytona, we stayed. I was about 8, 9 years old, and I came to Daytona, stayed until I graduated from high school, and Daytona raised me. So at the end of the day, I'm from here. You know,
that's crazy. Yeah. My barber, Kyle, he works in Daddy-O's. He's like one of the barbers.
Okay.
I was telling him that I do the podcast and whatever, and I've been telling him like a lot because he's my barber. I was just chopping it up with him. And then I told him that I wanted to do an interview with you. And then he was like, Jared? And I was like, what? You know him? Yeah. And he was like, yeah, bro, I know a lot of people around here. And I was like, dang, that's crazy that you know a lot of people from here too. They're just like, you just grew up around here and you just know people.
Kyle
Styles.
Okay.
Shout out Kyle.
Right. Yeah,
but no, sure. It's just cool to see that, you know, you made your home place, your like your money making place. You didn't have to leave.
Right.
To make money.
Well, actually, I did have to leave at one point in time. So I left to Texas for the oil field. I went and worked in the oil field, and that my first check was more money than I ever saved in my life. My first check was $800. This is in 2013, and I was working at like some low level ranking oil field place. This is for like 1 week. It was $800. I only saved $800 in my whole life, you know, at that point in high school, just graduating or whatever. So when I went there, I started making more money, getting paid more, because the oil field, they kind of have plenty of money for you to go, you know, sacrifice your comfortability at home and move out there and work on their rigs. And man, I was making, you know, we talking in 2013, 2012, like 2013, 2014, making like 2,500, $3,000 every 2 weeks, and I'm just like 19 or 20. You know what I'm saying?
At that age back then,
right? That's what people's dads
crazy.
Are making. That's what your dad's making. That's what, you know what I mean?
That's how much a family's bringing in.
Right. Yeah. But I'm a kid out there basically still, and so I had to leave to make money. I made a sacrifice. I went to I worked in the oil field for 4 years in total. I did 3 years straight, and then came back for like another year. All labor, no computer, no none of that.
What were you like doing? Like, what was
the main thing that I was doing was safety. So I wasn't actually on the rigs. I would come out as a third party and like rig it up with safety systems. Okay. You know, if the alarms went off from a deadly gas called H2S, hydrogen sulfide, then we would go out there and respond to the calls, put on our SCBAs, you know, our mask and all of that, monitor the place for the gas, like put guys under air, all of that type. It's pretty cool.
Did you have to study for that?
You'd have to take some tests and get some training, of course, but nothing too crazy. The oil field, they certify you in whatever you want to do. Wow. You ain't got to go to 4-year college. Like, they will certify you there, and you'll make some good money. So I had to go off to make that money. I saved up a nice amount of money. It was $32,000. I was like 19 or 20, and once I saved that up, the oil field started to crash, which it does periodically. It booms, then it crashes. It's just the way of it. When it crashed, I said, man, I don't want to work for no one again. Like, it's been 3 or 4 years. I got money saved up. I need to find some kind of business. I was rapping at the time, making music, you know, as a hobby. My uncle in New York, who I never met, he shoots music videos. His name's Alex, with Black Wolf Imaging. I go over there. He's like, I'll shoot you a video. Just buy me a slice of pizza. I'm like, what? He shoots good videos. And I've never met him before. It's my first time meeting him. Okay. We shoot the video. I post it on Facebook. The reaction I got was great because of the quality. The people in Daytona have never seen that type of quality. And I'm in New York. So when I went back to Texas after my trip to New York, I'm sitting in a man camp. That's a place where they put the workers in the oil field to do extensive work. And how's it feel being on that end, just listening and stuff?
Bro, and I'm picturing this movie,
really?
Basically, yeah.
Oh wow, okay. So it's like, boom. So
question is this because I saw that you made so Salt Life, that was a different whole thing, right?
Right. That's like my first movie, if you will.
No, yeah, that was different from that music video.
Yeah. I got a music video done of me, rapping. And I posted it, and the reaction that I got from the quality and everything from the people back home made a light bulb go off. And I said, oh, shit, I got the money. Here, I want to find a business to start. We don't have that back home yet, at least not tangible in my community, right? So I called my uncle. I said, look, I need a list of everything you use to make that video, edits, computer, cameras, whatever you use, give me a list of it. He blessed me with it. And I spent the money. I got with my partner back in Daytona. I said, look, we about to do this. I want you to be the cameraman. Things didn't work out as planned. I bought all of the stuff. And from then on out, bro, this has just been my life. You know, it's been my life. And it's been hard. It's been good. It's been great. I've had to go back to work other jobs to make money to support my passion and my business. I had to keep, you know, still, you know, it doesn't stop.
No, there's ups and downs. It's like the Titanic effect. Like the little iceberg, but there's a ginormous piece of ice underneath. Yeah.
Fact. I like that.
And it's like you think you can take over something that small, but there's a whole story behind it.
Underneath, yeah. I like that. I never heard that before.
No, that's pretty cool though. I want to ask you your first camera. Like, is that
first camera? Panasonic GH4.
You still have it?
I actually had it, but I gifted it to the artist that we shot our first music video with about 2 years ago. I gave it to him because I was in a space where I wasn't doing anything. and he was still rapping and coming back, making a comeback. And I just felt it was only right to give it to him for some motivation or whatever. And I want it back. Yeah. I hear when I talked to him, Skibo is his name, Shake Back. I would like, sir, for you to donate that back to the $100 Art Studio, whatever you can, man. You know, we definitely would love to have that piece of equipment, you know, whenever you're ready. Yeah. But yeah, that's my boy.
And what was like your camera journey? What was after that? And like after that? Because like I remember me being a kid, my first camera was my uncle's phone. Okay. And that turned into FX30, which is like, dang, bro, that's Big Daddy out here.
I like that type of stuff.
So like I'd be thinking that's a journey.
That is.
I remember when I was a kid looking at those type of cameras, like that's IMAX.
Yeah,
movies, you know? Obviously, there's IMAX cameras, but like for me, I'm like that's movie theater
quality type. Man, to be honest, where you're at it, how old are you again?
22. Yeah,
man. So I was 24 when I first started this. When I first touched the camera, I was 24 years old, right? Where you're at with it is inspiring for me too, you know, and this means a lot for me to be invited on here and not, you know, for me to be invited by you on here because, you know, the things that you have right now, your understanding of it and like your love for what you're doing right now, it's going to take you further than any equipment can, no matter what your cameras you get, none of that. Like just the fact that you'll book this room and you're moving around and you're just scrambling and you got faith in your channel. You got faith in your abilities as a host. Like, and now that I'm here on the other end of it, I definitely see the vision, the bigger picture. A lot of people there can't see it. And even me, I'm guilty of it. Sometimes we can't see it until we're right here in front of it. And just know that that's normal, you know. So as far as journey goes with the cameras, I love to hear that you started out with your uncle's iPhone. Was that right? That is beautiful to someone like me.
In Ecuador.
7 in Ecuador, bro. Yeah. That's crazy. I just came back from Colombia. I loved it.
That's beautiful.
Loved it.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
I've never been there, but my mom's been there to a part in Colombia, and she said it's beautiful.
Oh, I was in Medellin, and that was...
Bogota. That's
okay, that's the capital.
Yep.
So with you, bro, like I said, your journey, that's beautiful to me because I can relate. You know, that's even better than mine if you ask me. Like every time I hear something like that, like I started off with a cell phone, I'm like, damn, that's a good story. This is gonna people will die for that story someday. Like, but once you get to the bottom of that iceberg, that glacier you're talking about, the Titanic, now you could tell about the iPhone, and they be like, now you got other kids, you know, growing up and listening to how you started out about the iPhone, and now your channel got 3 million subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see the value in the story before I see the glory, if that makes sense. I definitely can see that.
I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Hell yeah. I saw a post that said, if someone's running outside for 100 miles by themselves with no shirt and short shorts, they're crazy. But if they're running with a group of people, it's a marathon.
Yeah, dang.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Like,
I like that.
Like, nobody right now in this building knows that we're doing this.
Yeah.
But one day they're gonna be like, oh my god, let me go in the podcast. So I've always had that feeling and that mentality toward my passion, my music, and my videos since I was a little kid.
You bury it. You basically protect it.
Yeah.
That's good, bro.
So I remember when I was a kid, I never told nobody that I was making videos until years after. And I'm like, yeah, I make videos because a confidence grew within. But that takes years.
Yeah. And that's wisdom too, though, for you to know that, you know, so young, if you will, right? Man, I just got out of that, you know, kind of telling people my moves or things. Like, I know who to tell it to, but the things that I got going on in my head, bro, like, if you could see them, like, you'd be like, oh my God, he's going to do it. That's going to be so crazy. But it's just things that you just don't talk about at a certain point.
And also, a lot of people don't have that mental capacity to understand the big dreams because they're small dream people.
And I like to refrain from even talking down on them, right? Though, of course, there's some truth to that, right? But who are we to say that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're nobody to judge.
That's
our
part.
Ego talking, but...
Yes, sir. But it happens. We're growing.
No, there is... like, in the NBA, I always, like, saw myself wanting to play in the NBA, but I don't have the height. I don't have the muscle capacity. And mentally, I'm just not there. But maybe somebody that has the same build structure could have made it.
Definitely.
So it's
not
all,
maybe.
I'm sure, yeah,
Maybe,
100% could have. So it's all how you look at yourself,
for sure.
and that is all.
Yeah, and not only how you look at yourself, but how you look at the world. Because you're not, like, we're up against more than, okay, yeah, for sure. I like that, actually. How you look at yourself. Because if you think that you could take the world if they're telling you no, then maybe you can.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're telling yourself you can't, you ain't going to.
That's
like,
true.
it ain't happening.
That's true.
Yeah, I like that, though.
Hell yeah. Okay, so your first, because you've done, I'm guessing, 1 million shoots by now, like 1 million jobs, 1 million little projects, 1 million big projects.
Bro, to be honest, I know people that are younger in the game, and they've done so much more projects than me. I think maybe I might be at a couple hundred. I'm thinking maybe probably like 3 at the max. That's what I think. Projects. But some people tell me they think I've done way more. I don't think so, bro. I might have done
maybe,
under.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually really cool to see how far I've come with such few projects. It says a lot about quality.
A lot, because quality over quantity.
100%. Yeah. But if you can get both of them, you're working with something. But yeah, I don't think I did that many projects, to be honest, bro. I've done a lot of music videos. Yeah.
No, I hear you. But all those, what was the biggest one that you've done, and that kind of surprised you in the way that
projects?
Yeah.
Daytona Beach, The Other Side of the Bridge documentary. It's on YouTube.
I have that there too.
Yeah, I think.
So tell me about it. What is it? Or tell people what is it?
It's a combination of. It's kind of like a kid in Daytona that grew up in like the hood, if you will.
Yeah.
And going around with a camera for 4 years and just capturing different things and showing you what it's like growing up here as a local lower class resident. That's all, and not the, the broadcasted of this. This is not what's broadcasted about the city, which, maybe rightfully so, but yeah, I think that documentary was the biggest. I would say it did a lot for my career. Yeah,
that's cool, bro. And the biggest thing, that your biggest experience in this whole industry was for having a voice for the people.
Right.
So it's not you being a clown in the internet.
It's not. I'm not even in it. I'm not even in the documentary at all.
It's not even you. Is you literally is your effort for helping people what's the biggest thing? I feel like that's a big reason why I do this podcast. At the end of the day, this conversation is because I'm curious and all that.
Yeah.
But because I remember when I was a little kid looking at interviews, and I'm thinking like, wow, if he did it, I can definitely do it.
100%.
And all that, it's a spark of motivation.
Yeah, and to realize that on this end, it's like you're already doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, it's cool to see I never knew that kind of. Actually, I interviewed somebody. His name's Oliver Ross, Crab Stop. He owns Crab Stop. He's a entrepreneur, like somewhat of a mogul and a legend around here. And I wrote out a bunch of questions and I interviewed him. Funny thing was, when I edited it and I look back on it, it was all me. Like, it was all my personal stuff I wanted to know and things I wanted validated. Like, so I kind of get it. But I mean, that's flattering in a way, like.
No, yeah, you've done something, like you said, where you came to in so many little projects that speaks not only in yourself but your work.
Right.
Because, yeah.
To be honest, don't even feel like I'm doing it, really. Like, at this point,
it always feels that way. That's something I've learned. It always feels like you started, and it always feels like it's been so long.
Yeah, it's just like it's automatic until these moments you get reminded.
Yup.
But other than that, like, this is like walking for me.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, until the book finishes, which is death, you're not gonna really look back and be like, damn, because you never know what tomorrow's gonna bring.
But I gotta be honest, some people do see me and they remind me, like, they tell me like great things about myself and things I've achieved and things, and that really be like mind blowing. I'll be like, damn, like, I'm glad I don't walk around looking at it like that, because this would be crazy around here.
No, but that's you. I don't know. That's you not. Like going with your ego, because ego is a big thing.
Fact.
So if you tell yourself, I made all these videos, I'm cool to just lay back.
Right.
That's that's your ego talking. But if you're like, I haven't done shit, I still have a lot to accomplish.
I do.
That's you putting your ego back, and then that's realistically how you conquer, because there's so much competition in any round.
Right.
So I feel like that's how you really, really, really win. Because you put your ego aside, you're not even working for yourself. You're working for a bigger purpose.
Definitely, I like that.
So
yeah, that's true. I like this logo too.
Hey, I appreciate it. You know, I have a cool story for that logo. When I was in high school, I was in like CAT class, which is like your middle class of all the classes, and you have like 30 minutes to do your other classes' homework, or I want to just read. And every single time I either wrote raps or wrote ideas or did this thing, and then I just made logos, and then came up with that.
How long ago was this?
Sophomore year of high school, so
Ooh.
8 years.
Fire.
Like that. Yeah.
That's hype.
And then I was like, bro, that's a fresh idea, and I really thought it was cool. So I was like, that's really authentic.
Yeah.
Because I can be like, bro, I made that when I was like a teenager.
Yeah, it's sentimental.
Yeah. It has a story behind it.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell me, what does Logmatt mean? And I say it was like a name when I was 12.
That's power, bro.
But
like, that's something that you won't let down.
No, yeah, it came to me. That's the biggest part. I didn't make it up. Like,
I know
it came
how
to
it
me.
Feels.
I'm like the start in between. I'm the middleman of like the universe.
Yes,
and, like,
this is bigger. It's bigger than you.
Yeah, yeah. But it's cool. It's cool. So talking about.
Excuse me. Sorry, is that me? Yeah, probably. Okay.
No, you're good. Talking about you helping people, or putting art as for people.
Right.
What is your advice for people that want to be walking in the same shoes that you have?
What do you mean by walking in the same shoes as me?
Because when you were younger, or when you started this whole journey, you looked at yourself like, damn, that's where I want to be. If I looked at myself when I was younger, or if my younger self looked at me where I'm now, if I like it or not, I would be proud of myself. Because I'm like, damn, I'm a step ahead.
Right.
What is advice for people that are a step below you?
I would. Okay, I'm glad you said that. My greatest advice, to people who are on their path and on their journey: do not spend too much energy following on Instagram like other people that you admire in their journeys, because you may become so fixated with how good they're doing, you won't really be able to realize and appreciate where you are in your journey. So you might have these 2 microphones and these 2 cameras, but you spending time looking at this podcast with 4 Arri Alexas and the best Rode mic you can get,
and a whole production team and everything.
Whole team back there. And you can't. Now you're not valuing what you have right here and where you're at in the game. You don't get to see when they were back there where you were. You just seeing them. But how I think that's the best advice is to lock in on where you are in your journey and be thankful for it, and be very present where you are in your journey, because if you don't appreciate that, by the time you make it to where you thought you want to be at, you're going to get there and feel the same way. So, yeah, I think that's the best advice, is really look at you. Like Jay-Z said in a song one time, bro, and it stuck with me forever. He said, everybody wants something. You know the cost of everything, but the value of nothing.
Bro, I was driving the other week,
and
I heard that line, and that slapped me in my face.
Bruh. And then he said it again.
Yes, I know exactly. It wasn't his song. It was like a feature. He was featuring.
It's called All Love. Love All. Drake and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Everybody wants something. The price of everything, but the value of nothing. And like this, it's like just cleaning it. See the little dust on there? Just cleaning it, bro. Just spending time to clean it and do things and wrap your wires up and all that stuff reminds you of the value. I might have paid $300 for this, but the value is of millions. If you take care of it and you appreciate it. So that's another thing, man, just really valuing what you have, not so much fantasizing about what you want to get, bro. One thing I know is we think we know what we want, right? But God knows what we need. And everybody has what they need. Even the man on the street, everybody already has what they need. You might want this, you want that, but I bet any amount of money, everybody on this earth right now has what they need, or they're not here.
Yup.
So yeah, that's some stuff that I would definitely give some advice to any youngins coming up or older guys that need to recalibrate
Refresh.
their. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's some good advice.
Thank
I'll
you.
tell you that.
Thank you.
Definitely gratitude. The fastest way to feel gratitude is to be present.
Yeah. Sound about right. Sounds about right. Yeah.
So I don't know where I heard that, but I remember hearing that and that stuck in my head.
That's
and
good.
Every time I feel
You got a good net.
ungrateful.
You got a good net up there, catching
I
all
have
the
a
good
lot
stuff.
of I'm trying, but
No, you're doing it.
every time I feel ungrateful for any reason, my mom told me do this, or someone at my job says, "Oh, I don't want that." Every time I have to remind myself like these little things. But
Yeah, man, that's good, bro. That's humility. I believe that's what Mr. Oliver Ross told me. He was like, just remember to have humility. Like, just be very humble and have humility. And like, you see this guy and what he's accomplished, man, and how much he gives back. You gotta take.
that's another thing. The more you give, the more you have the doors open to receiving.
Right.
So whenever you say that you want to give, it's very admirable, just in general.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
props to you.
I
and give you
really
flowers for that.
thank you, bro.
Because if
Though
nobody
I
has said that, that's big.
Though I feel like
Especially for artists.
I don't do it a lot, bro. I used to really be on that, and it came a point where I just felt like I really needed to get myself right. Like I didn't have nothing to give, you know. I need to build this thing up, and now I have some stuff that I feel like that's the next step for me is to get back to what I need to do, and that's share.
Yep. The first thing, a book that I read that it was about self-evaluation and self-development. You have to overflow your cup of self-love before you can give other people that type of water. So that's something to think about.
Yeah. I
so
like
yeah,
that.
I want to talk about Salt Life. That
Okay.
was a little movie,
Right.
and it said it was your first movie.
Right.
So
Yeah.
walk me down.
So, mind you, I was doing a lot of music videos at the time in Daytona. This guy calls my phone. His name is Juan Luke. He says, or Juan Pablo. Says, look, I've been writing this movie. I've been saving up. I'm ready to shoot this movie. You ever shot a movie? I'm like, no, but I can. Like, I know I can. And I always said, I'm never shooting movies. I just want to shoot music videos. I'm never shooting movies. I don't want to do that. The moment this dude called me, bro, that all changed. And we met up. We talked about the script. He told me the plot. And I was like, that's actually pretty good. Some guy who in Daytona Beach, jogging around. He's living like kind of a mediocre life. He stumbles across this package on the beach while he's jogging and trips. Kicks it. He's mad. He looks at it. And it's like a bundle of cocaine that washed up on the beach. And this stuff really happens in Daytona.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it happened. Actually, it did.
I mean, any coast.
Right,
really,
I guess.
Because anything can be washed up in the beach.
Right. And so, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. And so, he was dead serious about it. We talked. He gave me the deposit. And after we did that whole process, his movie took off. Like, on YouTube, it had 3 million views. Like, it went viral. Like, people way across wherever were commenting, hey, this is me from Texas. This shit tight. Blah, blah, blah. This is me from over here. This will. Like, he did really good with that, and
was he the actor?
He was acting, he wrote it, he was directing, he was just all things, and he's got more stuff coming out too. I'm slightly a part of, hope to be a bigger part of.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Definite. So shout out to him, and so that once I got done with that, that's where I got bit by that bug. It's like a movie bug, and I always tell him that, and I'm always thankful for him for that. Like, he really opened my eyes, and now that's all I want to do. I don't want to shoot a music video.
That's crazy. That's insane. What was that bug? What was that?
The feeling of... So after that is when I released Daytona Beach, the other side of the bridge. Like a few years later, I think 2 years later. When you put something out so big that you've been working on and promoting for so many years, when you finally release it, you watch Dragon Ball Z. You know about Dragon Ball Z?
I know about it.
So they got the Kamehameha wave, and then they got the Spirit Bomb.
Okay.
Spirit Bomb is where they just like go like this in the sky. They like gather all the energy from the whole planet,
Universe,
and throw it at you. So music
Okay.
videos and stuff, they're like Kamehameha waves. But when you do a film, something that takes years and takes
Hundreds
so
of people,
much,
thousands of people. Yeah.
it takes so much discipline and struggle, and you got to overcome your personal life. You got to overcome so much just to get to the next scene, and then you got to edit it all. And by the time you release it, bro,
The closest thing I get for me, it reminds me, is like Napoleon whenever he went into battle.
Okay.
There's so many things lined up that you have to be going right. For you to be in the other side of
man,
success.
it's real, bro. Like the movie I'm doing right now is my first written film. You got it written down or something, man? You
Is
on,
it Wish?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
okay,
on
okay.
top. Yeah,
I was wondering. But
okay. So yeah, bro. Listen,
I mean, I don't want to ask too much because
no,
I
you
want to keep
can't.
it, you know.
Yeah, organic. I got
hidden.
you. So yeah, bro. Like the one I'm working on now, bro. It's been almost 2 years in the making. I'm not even a quarter. I'm probably a quarter done with it. Like, bro, it's treacherous, you know, when you're your own boss and you got to make this thing work out of thin air. You don't got no check cut for you to make it. It's just something that you got in your heart and you're dedicated to it. Bro, it's been a struggle. It's a struggle for me right now to pull the pieces together to keep working on it. But I'm going to finish it. I did the same thing with Other Side of the Bridge. I'm going to finish. I don't incomplete.
That's the beauty, though. Like the hurricane makes the art. Because at the end of the day, people might see hurricane as destruction, but somebody might see hurricane as beauty. Because there's a creator, God, whatever.
Right.
There is a creator of that hurricane that makes anything beautiful.
Definitely.
So you have to see ocean. Bro. Oh, the ocean can be so beautiful and so destructive that can water a whole city or it can wash a whole city away.
Dang.
So it's how you use the water, how you use your energy. So, yeah. So I know you're gonna finish it. 1, 2.
Yeah, thank you, man.
No, yeah. I'm
Sometime,
excited to
yeah.
see how that is. I also wanted to look up Salt Life, but I couldn't.
Okay, so they were sued by the company Salt Life.
I see that as a W.
Yeah, me too. But this had millions of views on it. The channel had he still
up.
has a channel, 23,000 subscribers. You know, just off of one film.
Wow.
And so it's back on there, but I believe it's under The Salt, the movie.
The Salt.
The Salt, the Hood movie. I think that's what it's classified as. And it's by Juan Pablo, and Tokyo Jets is in there. So it's back up, and it's at 10,000 views or something like that.
How long is it, the film?
I think an hour. Yeah, I think an hour. It's pretty short.
Wow. Congrats, bro.
Thank you.
That's big. That's big.
Thanks, man.
A lot of short. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's way easier to make a short film that's 15 minutes compared to an hour-long film. It
depends, because it depends what you're saying. Okay, production-wise, yeah, it's gonna be easier. But if we talking caliber of being able to tell a
whole
story, yeah, I think short films are actually difficult. Depending on the artist itself. Like what story are you telling? So it's hard. If you want to tell that whole story of Salt Life in 15 minutes,
you can't.
I mean,
you could, but it's a whole new challenge.
Yeah, it's different. So it depends. Short films aren't easy either, because they do face a whole new challenge, like you said. They're not easy either. But man, I love it. I'm glad you got me talking about this stuff. It reminds me.
Hell yeah. No, but yeah, these are dead ass questions that I've always, the first day I met you, I had so many just in questions in general, because I feel like once I meet somebody at an open mic and I feel that connection, bro, we're basically the same person, but in a different type of life. It's okay, we have to sit down and talk about who you are, who I am, and I feel like another reason why I started a podcast, because I met so many people throughout the years. But it's only been hey, what's up? My name is Teyo. Yeah, I'm an artist. Get my Instagram. We'll link up later. And it's always at a loud area or at a it's a hurry up. We gotta do this, do that. But a podcast, you can sit down and literally have the excuse to talk to somebody over topics.
Yeah.
So, and these have been topics that I've been.
It's relieving for someone like me too.
And also because they can refresh,
bro,
and look at their whole.
It's
journey.
rewarding. It's rewarding for someone like me. And I've been kind of not that active on social media. I'm just kind of, you know how
Do you
it
do that on
gets.
purpose?
Do I do? Yeah, of course. It's not on accident.
Yeah.
You know, it feels, yeah, everything I do is on purpose, bro. Like, basically, like, to an
That's good.
extent. To an extent.
Sounds good.
Some things, of course, accident, but your social media, yeah, it's definitely on purpose, because attention, like, I don't like to get too wrapped up into, I get wrapped up in the things I post. Like, I'll probably post a clip of this on my story and, like, have people go to the link if they want to see it. But me posting something, like, actually flat out, like, I'm funny about that because, like, I sometimes it's hard for me to detach from what I post. Like, I kind of be,
Overthinking like what they say or like how many likes it got.
all of that,
Yeah.
I'm not immune to any of that. Sometimes I can be if I just like fuck it, but more than likely, I'm really, I keep my energy real tight, and social media ain't the place for everything for me. So.
Everything shouldn't be shared, and that's something that social media just took away from humans.
Yeah, bro. I could agree with
Like
that.
friendship, like there's I'm gonna say back then because back then there was no social media, but back then you didn't know nobody. You only knew the president and like the important people.
Yeah, for real.
Maybe some big celebrities, but not all the celebrities. Now I know a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
More celebrities than more people I know. And I'm like, that's literally like,
Yeah, that's different. I didn't think
social
about that.
media trying to feed you people.
Man, it is what it
And I'm
is.
like, damn, bro.
It is what it is. I don't have any apps right now. Any social media apps right now. Like, none. You know what I'm saying? Because
Also, just time wasting, being scrolling for hours and all that.
it makes me feel like a loser, bro. To be honest, it makes me feel like
a waste of life. That's for me.
like, sometimes it's for entertainment if you're aware of it. But it's like, bro, if you're going through things in your life, which I am currently, and it's like, you should be working on yourself. Yeah. Is scrolling right now really working on yourself? Like, is this helping you? No, it's not. So when I delete them, I feel better. I feel closer to myself already. Like, so I use social media as a tool, but I'm very calculated about what I post on there.
It's like a sword.
Yeah. And funny thing is, I know how to use it well. Like, I know how,
Have you used social media or like, let's say Instagram or Facebook for your career or building the company?
Yeah, that's all I use it
That's
for.
what I'm saying. So
that's all I use it for now. Like, I might post, my girl occasionally. That's it. And right now we're on crazy terms, but it's so fresh. I still call her my girl. But yeah, that's the only thing I will post. I don't even post my family.
Do you post your work, like your videos?
Oh yeah, yeah, but not everything.
Oh, okay.
Like very selected of what I post.
What makes you post?
Something that I'm so passionate, I'm so happy, I'm so proud of that I just have to. Something I'm so proud of that I appreciate it. I don't just upload it. I learned how to do that. I watch it a bunch of times. I spend time with it, and I like it so much that I say, okay, now I can share it with y'all because I don't care what y'all think. Now I know what I think of this project, and my mom taught me that too. Basically like, you gotta appreciate it for you first because when you give it to them, someone else too, I can't remember. But once you give it out there, it's there. But didn't it matter to you first? Well, you put it out there. Now it don't matter to you because it don't matter to them. Now you like, damn, it ain't that good. No, you liked it before you posted it. Remember? So I'm back on that, bro. Like my trailer for my movie Wish, I posted that. But before I did, bro, I watched that thing so many times and sent it to some people, bro. I sat on it. And then you got to sniff out the right time, too. I heard that from somewhere, and I believe that to be true. You sniff out the right time to do that type of stuff, bro.
It's all about timing.
Time and energy. Like, why are you just posting it? Because you just finished it? Or because you really feel emotionally available to post social media, your cared about work that you care about so much? So, it's strategy with the social media now. My main focus is this movie. And so I don't want too much stuff diluting the attention from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little smarter than that.
And you say you've been working on the movie for about 2 years
now.
How long is the movie? Like, is it?
It's 4 movies in one. So it's called a thematic montage. There's another name for it. So it's basically going to be multiple stories chopped up in one movie. So it shouldn't exceed.
Is there?
2.5
Can you give me like an
hours.
example that I would know?
Not really,
No?
to be honest. No,
That's even more interesting.
Right.
Something new.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably been things done similar.
But not like
I'm coming left.
ginormous scale.
I'm coming this way, bro.
I like it.
That's what this is about. Bro.
I like it.
This ain't about putting normal content out. It never was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going for the every time, bro. This ain't. Trust me, bro. I'm working on things like, and that's what you gotta do. The Purple Cow, Seth Godin. He's like a marketing genius. Godin or Godin. He's like, if you drive past a brown cow, you drive past it. But if you drive past a purple cow, you might pull over. You might take your phone out.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna stop. I don't have the luxury to create brown cows.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that luxury, and I never will.
What inspired you to make that type of film?
That one in particular. So the type or the actual stories?
The type, like foreign.
Gotcha. So what inspired me to do that? Honestly, bro, because of the theme itself. The theme of Wish is be careful what you wish for, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were so many different scenarios. I had to narrow it down to like a realistic number. And I just thought of 4 because they're like different stories from personal experiences that I just feel are very relatable as well to like maybe a lot of people. And so I think that the whole concept, like I said, was to come left field anyways. I don't want to, okay, you're making a movie. Everyone's making a movie. Mm-hmm. What type of movie? What format are you going to do, though? That could already set the bar way different. That can put you over here while everyone's doing that. That's me. I always got to go that way when everyone's going that way. So that's what made me do that type. And I will forever do that type.
That's more advice right there. Shit, for real.
Forever do that
Always
type.
go left when everybody goes right.
I'm going to go watch that.
Yeah.
Hey, if you go left, I want to go left with you. I want to see that.
I'm excited to see it. I'm for real. Because like
you.
4 into 1, I've never seen it. So I would just want to watch it just because I've never seen something like that.
Thank you, bro.
That's
and
like first. And then second, I'm sure it's good.
It's all strategic. Everything is on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So what is Wish about? Can you tell?
Yeah, so you ever wish for something?
Yeah.
What do you wish for?
I remember when I was a kid, I wished for all the money in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I was like a little kid, and then I'm like, wait, someone else needs more money. So at that point, I'm like, be careful what you wish for. So I was thinking, I'm probably not even gonna wish for anything right now. I'm too young.
When's the last time you wished for something?
On my birthday or yesterday.
I guarantee you it was. When was your birthday?
October 23rd.
I guarantee you wish for something probably today or yesterday. You don't even realize it.
Probably as we do it so unconsciously.
So I got something for that.
Tell me.
I got something for that ass.
Tell me.
No, I'm saying that's what the movie is. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's based on, bro.
Okay.
We're gonna make people more appreciative for what they have already in the lives they have, and stop wishing for something that is not your life. Mm-hmm. Like you're for one, you're gonna take from somewhere else when you get that wish. Mm-hmm. You know, if that's not for you, it's to make people more appreciative for the life they already have. So that's what the movie is based on. Be careful what you wish for. So it's gonna hit, bro. It's gonna trust me, bro.
What type of genre does it fall in, or genres?
I would say like a thriller, kind of drama, mystery, like those 3. I think, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Thank you, bro.
2025. Look out for that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Hopefully,
around
yeah.
there.
It could, bro. And a fun thing too. This is to realize too. I say 2025, and according to everything, that should be good. If not, bro, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was 2030.
Yeah. If it's, I know what you mean.
I don't care
art,
no more.
you're not the maker. When it's done, it's done. I know what you mean.
I love, bro. You wise. I love the stuff you say too, because like it's feeding back
really
to my
relatable.
Yeah, bro. But I live that because I done thought I was gonna have projects done, and I had to wait a whole year to put it out because it just wasn't ready, right time. Had to redo it. Like I've dealt with so much adversity at this point in the game. I understand how it works. It's not always on our time. It's damn near never on our time. So yeah,
That's big.
2025 to 2030.
I hear you.
Who knows?
Did you write the film?
Definitely.
Yeah. What else are you doing for the film? Like, what jobs are you?
Directing, of course. I try to stay off the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Though the first story we shot, I was manning the camera a lot of times.
When you work with actors, how do you get them? Or I've never worked in films.
So I did a casting call, and it's all based off of personality. So the people that I see and that I meet, I kind of could feel out. It's a word for it. It's like casting to personality or casting to something like that. Like, I'm not casting based on your acting abilities. I'm more so casting based on
who you are.
Who you are.
You want to play you, not somebody else.
Yeah. Because I feel like I can manipulate that better, if you will. I hate that word.
No,
I just got called that today by someone I love more than anybody in the world, bro. And that shit hurt me bad, bro. Like, before I came here, that hurt me really bad, bro.
You want to speak on it?
Yeah, it's making me tear up right now, for real. That shit hurt me, bro. Like,
the most things that hurt are the ones that are closest to us.
Definitely, and I'm not a victim of any sort. Trust me, bro. I've done my share. But never in my life, bro, would I manipulate you with the truth. Because I can't lie to you. I won't lie to you, you know? So I manipulate you with the truth. I don't know. But that really hurt me today. But
you gotta be careful who you give your trust.
Yeah, no, I can't even. I feel where you come from, but this person is a good person. They're a good person, but I made them feel like that, and that bounced back to me like, damn, for real, like. So yeah, I hate that word, but it's doing a lot for me right now. So yeah, I'm gonna manipulate these actors so they can do their work.
I mean, at the end of the day, acting in general is you have to act who you're not. You know what I mean? You have to act a whole different persona. So you have to be manipulated either by yourself or by somebody. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And yeah, bro.
And directors, that's why they do best. That's why they're directors. They direct the vision of something.
Right. Yeah, but used in that context, man, that shit hurt, bro. Because I look at myself as a pretty straightforward person. You know what I mean? You know, I'm going to say what's really coming from me, not what you want to hear. So, yeah, that word kind of triggered me just now. But, yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, something I've learned with trust is that whenever you think that you know what it is, that's when you get challenged. And I'm like, damn. Because, like, trust is one of the biggest things that we have in this world. We come in this world with trust, and then our life, like energy, our heart beatings. Whoever we lay our trust in is who the person can either love us or kill us or hate us.
Right. Yeah, so, that shit killed me today, but I ain't no victim. Trust me, I ain't no victim, bro.
If you're a good person and you know truly who you are,
right,
nothing can break that down.
For sure. But I can't be viewed like that. Like, I can't be viewed like that, man. That ain't. But yeah.
Hey, I hear you. All right, so whenever you're not in the camera, what do you do?
I'm so rarely in the camera, actually.
Or not in the camera, like editing or not.
Oh, okay.
Like, what are your, outside of all this?
Outside of all of this.
Do you work out?
So in the morning, I don't go to the gym or nothing like that. I'll tell you what I do. In the morning, I wake up. It's every morning for the past 4 months now, and I love this routine. It's bringing me so much peace. I wake up in the morning. I make my bed. Just working on my discipline, right?
Yo.
I make my bed. I put my mat down. I get on my knees, bro. I pray.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I pray for the Holy Spirit to come into my life to guide me and give me discernment and help me say the right things, do the right things, etc. Yeah, I pray. Then I get up from there. I go to my Bible. I open up to like a random passage, something that catches my eye, and I read it. Take some time with that. Then I drop to the floor, and I do 50 push-ups straight. And then I tell myself like to suffer, you know, like suffer. I do 60 now. Actually, I just started like 2-3 days ago, so now I'm at 60 straight.
Yeah.
And I learned that from David Goggins. He says about like suffering, like you go to the gym, like you better fix it in your head, like it's time to suffer in here. Like this ain't the. I love that concept. So after I hit those 60, you know, I go like brush my teeth, get ready for the day, or walk my dog. Other than this stuff right here, bro, this is so much of my life. Other than this, it would be my relationship with my girl. That's the only thing I really do outside of this that I really like enjoy. That's it, bro. You know, I spend time with her. Just spending time with her, that's just enough for me. You know, I don't need, my life is so full with this film stuff. I love it, and this is my life, that I put a lot of time in with her, and that's kind of where I'm at with it, with my spare time, to be honest. So that's what I do.
Do you have any other hobbies that have caught in your interests?
No.
And in the past, did you have any? Like before film, did you have any like?
I used to rap.
Rap, yeah.
Other than that, no, not really. No.
That's crazy. So this was literally meant to be.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's cool. And when you were young, did you play any sports, like basketball?
I did, but it was mediocre. It was just to do it. Yeah, I never really had any. I just liked to rap when I was younger. I was fourth grade rapping. Like before it was cool. Like that was always my first love, was rap.
What got you into that, or who got you?
Growing up on Tupac, and you know, my mom was big on Tupac, and
you grew up. What was your rappers? It was Tupac and who else?
Tupac, Lil Wayne.
That's crazy.
Then eventually Drake came along. Drake, Tupac, Lil Wayne, Drake, Rick Ross.
Wow, especially being from Florida.
Yeah.
Rick Ross is big.
I can resonate with him. You know, I love his mentality.
Do you read books, or have you read books?
Slightly.
Okay.
Slightly. I read Think and Grow Rich. I read a lot of audiobooks. That's YouTube audiobooks, a lot of man books, like to help me with my relationship and, you know, help me in my ways. Like I do a lot of healing via audiobook, you know. Sometimes, like my dad, he was a great mentor in my life, but some things I don't receive well from him. And if I hear it in this audiobook, I might listen to it more, though he said it. But it still works, you know.
I know exactly what you mean.
Like
a lot of times it's not the message, it's a messenger.
The Ways of a Superior Man on YouTube, that's a really good one.
Ways of a Superior Man.
Yeah, it's like 5 hours.
I'm gonna read that book.
The 10 Pillars of Wealth.
I've heard about it.
I love that one. It's like 11 hours. I listened to these several times. Like I like
Do
really
you like sit down and listen to them?
Oh, I'm driving. Like if I drive to go see my girl, she stay like 3-4 hours away.
Perfect
I drive,
time.
yeah, bro. Like find something, and I always like working on myself, man. Like I came in this game ass backwards, bro. Like the game of life. I feel like I kind of the way I was raised in my environment, it wasn't like the prettiest, of course. And I think a lot of that brings me the fun of today. All the learning and reverse engineering I'm doing in my years now.
That's what the beauty of life is.
It's beautiful, though. It is.
There's a really beauty in there. Yeah, because I feel you. There's so many things that in general that you like.
You got a good teeth, nice smile, bro.
Hey,
I gotta give it to you.
That's my mom. That's my mom.
Nice.
Shout out my moms. Dead ass, bro. No, when I was a kid, I had horrible teeth, and my mom gave me braces, and I hated it.
They look great, bro. Yep. Yeah, they look fake. They're so good.
Yup. Trust me. Every time in the morning, I brush my teeth because I try to keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what other venues in film or production, like video, what you want to get into in the future? Once you like conquer the film industry,
Right.
the cinema industry?
To be honest,
Or you haven't even like started there?
there's businesses above that's still in that same arena that I'm definitely, gonna be knocking on that door. So there's some things, but there's the things that I kind of like to keep there for now.
Good job. Yeah.
But definitely, movies is the thing. Is like once I complete Wish and put that out, then I'll finally have that piece to show that I know what I'm doing.
And I feel like once you put that out, you're definitely gonna know what's next.
Yeah,
you know what's next because
for sure
that is a big thing in your head.
Huge.
And I can relate. I have an album that I'm working on, and I've been working on it for 3 years.
That's gonna be good. Oh, I want to hear this.
Yeah,
I like that. I like hearing how long it takes.
And I've made about 50 songs, and I've chopped down to 14 songs. So, and I've been thinking about what to call it, what to cover, the names for them. So it's so much that you have to think about, and I don't even know what's next. But I'm sure once I drop that, that emptiness is gonna create something.
It makes it so much greater, bro. Like.
And also, I'm sorry, one more thing is that everything that you've dropped is slightly fresh. So if you give it some more time, it's going to age like wine. So a lot of things that you do in general,
I get what you're saying,
you have to give it time and let it age. So
Still
Wish could drop, nothing happens.
Yeah,
but as time goes, people are going to be like, damn, that was the best thing you've done.
Dang.
That's happening a lot of times with my biggest video I've had was 4 years ago, me reacting to a video, and that has 100 and something, maybe 50,000 views.
Wow.
In like a long form. So I was like impressed.
Dang.
Yeah. So that caught like those views caught on over the years.
Wow.
So it really was like out of nowhere. It just aged literally like wine, and I'm like, wow, that's insane. So.
Yeah, we have no control over that. You just put your work out there, and some hits. That's why you really got to appreciate every project, because you're only going to appreciate the one that blows up. That's not fair to yourself. So I think that's why I kind of take my stance on my projects now. Like anything, I'm proud of it. I know every project leads to something. I know that now. Like every podcast you do, setting you up for something.
Yeah. I remember my first podcast I did, or the first guest I wanted to have on, I didn't think about, I should maybe do a podcast episode to show them like this is an example. And then once I did 10, 20 episodes, I'm not going to say super easy, but now people feel comfortable coming in because they know what to expect. Before I needed something to be like, this is what it was. So I started off my first episodes with my best friend, just talking about music, how we met. So as time goes, you just like evaluate what you created, and then you're like, oh wow, I could take this somewhere else. Or it started here, but definitely it ended up here. But yeah, I mean, you started with rap, and then it ended up you having 100,000 arts,
right?
Which is crazy. I mean, it's the same industry in a way, but pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about acting yourself?
Yeah, I have. I think I'd be really good at it.
Nice, bro.
I do.
Nice. I remember when I was like younger, I wanted to act so bad. I still want to act, but I feel like you need to know people for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You need to have coaches. You need to go to classes. And I feel like I want to do that in the future.
Yeah, when you got the energy for all of that.
And time,
you want to take it
energy.
serious when you do it. That's good.
But
That's good.
So yeah, what do you think about that? Like as a person of me, like I have so much going on. I make music. I make videos. I make music videos. I do podcasts. What advice would you have for somebody like me
that wants to try acting?
Yeah,
I would say do it. Like write it down on a board or something. That way you actually, go seek out those opportunities because they're out there. And you might have to start at the bottom. I got a buddy right now who's being an extra, laying on the ground, playing dead, but he's excited about it because he knows where he wants to go.
He sees the
vision. And he sees like he's climbing the ranks, and I see it too. So I would advise you to do it, bro. Like, if you could find the energy, just to scratch it off your list. Just scratch it off your monthly resolution.
Yeah.
Not yearly, monthly. Yeah. Scratch that off of there. Man, that'll feel good, bro. I think, let's find out what's there. Something there. Find out. It might make you drop everything.
Yeah,
You
it,
never
it might
know.
turn into my. Yeah, who knows? Bro? You never know. That's the beauty about all this, that you never know.
You never know, bro.
never know.
You just take the step, and then the rest shall be revealed.
Yeah, like a big step for a community or a big step, you know.
For mankind.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
It was
That-
crazy.
NASA. What's that?
Yeah, it was
Or
NASA
something
when they
like
like
that.
landed in the moon,
Right.
or landed
Which
in
is
the moon.
controversial.
Yeah,
everything.
landed in the moon.
Everything is.
Big facts. But yeah, anything you have in mind that you want to talk about, shout out people.
Yeah, shout out my mom.
Nice. Oh yeah, I want to ask that. You were born in Germany.
Right.
Where are your parents from?
My mom's from New York. My dad's from like Snow Hill, I believe, which is like in the country in Geneva, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's from Florida.
He's from
New
around.
York.
Yeah,
That's
yep.
cool.
And so yeah.
Were you in Germany because of like a military base?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So your pops was in the military.
Mm-hmm. Actually, my stepdad at the time,
Okay,
but my dad was too.
that's cool.
But she was with my stepdad, and they were up there after she was pregnant with me or something like that.
Did you have were they like on you for going to the military since you come from like a military family?
No, not at all. No. My dad didn't want me to actually. I don't know. He just thought I couldn't make it or something. I don't know. But at one point in time, I wanted to do it because I just felt like I was ruining my life and I didn't care. I'm like, okay, I want to make something of myself, and I thought of doing it, and I never did though. Luckily, I found this.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, Either way, everything would have been fine. I can adapt.
You would have found this either way.
You think so?
I think that every person finds that thing, what it is that they have to do, but they just decide to not pursue it. Because we're all born with desires, either good or bad. Whenever I saw Logic or Michael, my first thought in general when I was like 4 years old was Michael Jackson. And I saw him on a TV dancing. It was when he was still alive, and his last year of being alive.
Wow.
And I vividly remember that, and looking behind me, my parents back there, and they were dancing. I was like, this is what I want to do, or something. This is like magic.
Entertainment.
Yeah. So since that day on, yes, nothing's been the same. Every time I hear Miley Cyrus or like the rhythm or anything that's entertainment, I just want to be involved. So yeah, we're all born with desires. So I feel like if I even stayed in Ecuador and there's no music schools or no music opportunities,
Right.
I would have still picked up a guitar.
Yeah, you would have found it.
Every time I go to, I don't know, Ecuador, I see old people that play guitar, and they've been playing guitar their whole life.
Yeah.
But nothing happened because, I don't know, for whatever reason, they just stayed in Ecuador or they didn't try.
But when you say nothing happened, right?
Like no big hit.
Right.
happened.
But
And they all were like, not seeking, but they're all like played because of the love of it.
Right.
That's when I realized there's more than to it.
it is. So I almost despise the people that they do what they do for the love. Like if you ever try to pay someone for a service, bro, and they deny your money, and they like, I just love to do this. This is what I do. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that for you. Like, I just do this for fun. If you ever felt that, then you realize like maybe you're not the artist that you say you are. Like, that's how I felt. Like, I'm like, there's guys out here who are cold at what they do, and if you try to like hire them or they'll tell you like, no, I just do this because I love it. I don't want the business. I almost despise that. I admire it. Is what I'm saying. Like, it's so crazy how deep some people's love is for the art. It's crazy.
I remember I went to the camera store, and I was like talking to the lady, and I was like, so what do you do? She was like, I just take pictures for fun of like me and my family, flowers. And I was like, so you don't do it professionally or anything? And she was like, no, I don't want to do it professionally because I feel like I will lose the passion for it.
Bro, for real. That is crazy.
That kind of scared me. I'm like, hey,
yo. And you will lose it.
Oh, no, I've definitely found myself like waking up in the editing chair. Deadass, multiple times. Just like going to sleep and waking up and the video's still there. And then my hands are in the keyboard and I'm like, oh, this is getting bad.
Yeah, man.
So now I've been there and definitely like but you reflect, you're like, okay, I know what I want now. I know how my life day to day I want it to be. I know that I need to hire editors. I know that I need to do everything with more technique, more strategy. instead of just rushing things. And also talking with other people, like talking my ideas with other people, because I could be the person that got the idea, but other people will tell me they're good or not, or how to make it better, or what take things out. So I've been just like telling people my ideas, but be specific on who you tell them.
Definitely.
But yeah, those are the things, the questions, the thoughts I've had. Yeah.
Shout out Mateo, man.
I know, shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you for coming by.
Definitely.
More episodes in the future. But yeah, shout out you for coming by. I appreciate you. Look out for Wish 2025.
That's right.
Yeah, besides that, anything else?
That's it, man. Thank you for this opportunity, bro. I really appreciate it. This is fun.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, y'all take care.
Yes, sir.
Peace.